On her first day in the palace, the ugly empress accidentally stumbled and kissed the handsome emperor. Realizing she had kissed a good-looking man, the girl wanted to kiss him again to feel what love was like. But the angry emperor immediately pushed her away. Only then did the girl awkwardly realize how improper her behavior had been. Little did she know, the emperor had already taken a liking to her. The girl, marked by a birthmark on her face and considered unattractive, had unexpectedly become the empress. It all began when the imperial court ordered every unmarried woman in the country to submit a portrait within 3 days for the emperor to choose his wife. A spiteful woman wanting to play a trick paid a painter to depict the girl as a stunning beauty. She hoped the girl would be punished for deceiving the emperor once she entered the palace. But unexpectedly, this portrait, which looked nothing like the girl, was delivered directly to the emperor. The emperor was captivated by the girl in the portrait at first sight and decided on the spot to make her his empress. When the girl received the news, she was terrified. She wanted to refuse the marriage, but her father warned her that defying the emperor's command meant death. All she could do was pray silently that the emperor would not favor her. But when she arrived at the palace, the emperor saw she looked completely different from the portrait. He couldn't believe it and compared them several times. Soon, the emperor concluded she had deceived him and angrily declared he would execute her entire family. Terrified, the girl quickly pointed to the bottom of the portrait. It turned out she had instructed the painter to add a line of tiny text there, stating that the portrait was for reference only, and the actual appearance might vary. To calm the emperor's rage, the girl claimed she had a charming appearance and that crying children in her village would stop instantly upon seeing her. This surprised the emperor, who then ordered his attendants to arrange a room for her in the palace. The eunuch treated her with great respect, explaining that everything in the room had been specially prepared for her. The room felt strangely familiar to the girl. The emperor had kept her for another purpose. He was constantly pressured by his mother to marry, so he needed the girl to act as his wife. He promised to let her go once the act was over, but the girl thought he was lying. Seeing her disbelief, the emperor threatened to kill her. With no choice, the girl agreed to his terms, and the two reached an agreement. Not long after, the girl was brought before the Empress Dowager. The moment the Dowager saw her face, she was filled with disdain, angrily stating the girl was unworthy of being empress. To drive her away, the Dowager immediately offered a large sum of money to tempt her into leaving the palace. The girl was thrilled at the sight of so much wealth, but when she caught the emperor's warning glance, she remembered her mission. She firmly declared she loved the emperor deeply and would never leave him. Seeing this, the Dowager said she would test the girl's filial piety by demanding she cut off a piece of her own flesh to make medicine for her. Hearing this, the girl immediately took off her shoe and offered the flesh from her foot, adding that she had athlete's foot and hoped the Dowager wouldn't mind. Furious, the Dowager had her thrown out, but the emperor was very pleased with her performance and insisted they must stay together from then on. He even made her sleep on the floor beside his bed at night. The girl secretly complained about how heartless he was. That night, lost in deep sleep, she accidentally climbed into the emperor's bed. Waking up frightened, she asked if he had done anything to her. But the emperor angrily replied that not only had she climbed into his bed in the middle of the night, she had also torn his clothes. With that, he stormed off. The next day, the girl came across a wishing tree in the palace and tried to check the name of the emperor's first love. But she accidentally broke a branch. Panicked, she tried to pick it up quickly, only to be seen by a princess who happened to arrive. The princess accused her of damaging the sacred tree. Just then, the emperor arrived. He publicly declared that the girl was the empress he had personally chosen, and therefore no matter what mistakes she made, he would never blame her. The girl began to wonder if the emperor had fallen for her. Seeing this, the princess could only leave in a hurry. Afraid of being punished, the girl quickly buried the broken branch in the soil, claiming she wasn't interested in his first love anyway. But her indifferent attitude made the emperor furious. As they played the role of husband and wife, their relationship began to change dramatically. The next day, at a banquet, guests mocked the girl's plain appearance. Hearing this, the emperor not only defended her, but personally painted her birthmark into the most beautiful flower and repeatedly praised her beauty. In that moment, the girl fell in love with him. The following day, the two accidentally kissed in the snow, leaving them both deeply embarrassed. That evening, feeling joyful, the girl asked to sleep in the bed. The emperor agreed. Before falling asleep, he stared intently at her and asked, after spending so much time with me, "Will you still remember me tomorrow morning?" The girl found the question strange and promised she would never forget him, even accurately saying his name. This comforted the emperor greatly, but when she woke up the next day, she had lost all memory of him.